Hey everyone, Jessica Gordon here. So excited to see you all. We are, week 6 of our Social Selling Sundays, and we are going to talk about consistency and how to make it simple to be consistent. Aren't you excited? This is going to be amazing, and this will be our last training for the season, for the series. But you can always go back and rewatch them all. There's only 6, all right? It has all your meats and potatoes of how to make social selling super simple, okay? All right, let's get started. All right, so let's first talk about why consistency sometimes could feel hard, right? Overthinking what to post. How many of you can relate to that? Not staying consistent because you're overthinking what to post, trying to do too much, waiting for motivation, and of course, our busy schedules, right? Those can all make consistency feel hard, all right? Consistency fails when the system is too complicated. So be ready because I'm going to share how to not make consistency feel complicated. Help you with systems that help you not feel that being consistent is hard. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. Okay, let's go. All right, so simple always wins, right? That is my motto for everything. I love simplicity. All right. So here's something to think about, guys. You don't need to post every day. Okay? Being consistent doesn't mean you have to post every day. All right? You don't need perfect content. Real. Remember, we talked about some of these things. Be real. All right? You do need a repeatable system. Okay? So if your repeatable system is posting every other day, that's your system. But the thing is here, you need to be consistent with it. All right? From week to day to months to the year. All right? That's what's going to win. All right. All right. So remember, we already talked about like your weekly rhythm, one lifestyle, one value post, one offer post, right? The same system every single week. When you stay consistent with the simple system, yes, say that a whole bunch of times, you will win. All right. And if you want to go back to some of our previous trainings that we've done, I've shared on what kind of content to put in those. Let me go back to put in these type of posts: the lifestyle, the value, and the offer. So if you go back to the previous trainings, you will see exactly maybe some ideas and examples of what to post for those. All right. All right, then add visibility. So here is when you start adding visibility where your posts may get reach, some organic reach, as well as your reels. And here's maybe a suggested system that you can put in play. So I recommend 1 to 2 reels per week, and stories 2 to 3 days per week. Now, when you do your stories, just a friendly reminder, when you do a story, you want like 5 to 10 slides at a time. So you want 5 to 10 slides 2 to 3 times a week. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right, this increases reach without feeling overwhelmed. All right, so just being consistent with this, make out a schedule, grab your calendar out, mark the days that you want to do it, or schedule your reels, or I don't think you can schedule part stories. I've never scheduled a story. Maybe you can now. I don't know. I just do those on the fly. But yeah, so you want to make sure you're putting those things on your calendar and doing those, making it a habit every single week. All right. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, keep it doable. So what this looks like in real life, right? Easy. So it only can take about 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's it. 10 to 15 minutes a day. Can you do that? Can you set aside 10 to 15 minutes a day to work on being consistent, right? Batch when you can, kind of like when I was, sharing a little bit earlier about scheduling as well. And then reuse your content. I reuse my content all the time. You may shorten it for one post, or maybe a few days later, you can reword it differently, use the same video, just maybe add a different hook to it. So there's lots of ways that you can reuse your content, all right? And all the social media as well, sharing the same video throughout all your social platforms, all right? Keep it simple. All right, let's go to the next thing. Oh, that's it. All right, so see how easy that is? All right, so here is your assignment. So plan your 3 posts for the week. Post at least 2 of them. All right, so you're gonna plan 3, but post at least 2, and then add 1 reel or story. All right, I believe in you all. I know you can do it. And a tip for you all, done is better than perfect. All right, so like I said, I believe in you all. I know you can do it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Consistency beats perfection. All right, guys, have a great night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.